Hi, welcome to our new course, Learning CSS. This course will cover CSS2 and will require knowledge of HTML. If you don't know HTML at all, then you can go through our course HTML Workshop, which covers HTML4. If you already know HTML, then you can get started immediately. In this course, you will learn about CSS basics, types of CSS selectors, and various CSS properties used for styling HTML elements. And in the end, you can check out the assignment problems and try solving them. Of course, the solutions are published too. You can even download the source code for all the examples explained in the videos. In all the examples to write HTML and CSS, I'll be using Sublime Text as the editor and Firefox or Google Chrome as browsers to test the examples. So let's begin the first session, which will be an introduction to CSS. HTML was originally designed as a simple way of presenting information, with the aesthetics of a web page being far less important than the content. HTML was never intended to contain tags for formatting a document. HTML was intended to define the content of a document like headings, paragraphs, tables, lists, and etc. When tags like font and color attributes were added to the HTML 3.2 specification, it started a nightmare for web developers. Development of large websites where fonts and color information were added to every single page became a long and expensive process. In the late 90s, HTML coders noticed that they were retyping the same old tags again and again on the same page, leading to bigger HTML files and, above all, time consumption and frustration. Then, someone had a great idea. Have one file that defines all the values that those piles of tags would have done, and then have all your pages referring this file and formatting your pages accordingly. You can therefore leave out most of the formatting tags in HTML and use only nice structural elements like headings, paragraphs, and links, separating structure and presentation. In late 1996, the idea became a reality called CSS or Style Sheet, forged by the World Wide Web Consortium, that is W3C. Your style sheet acts as a partner to your HTML code, taking care of all the layout, fonts, colors, and overall look of your site. If you ever decide to change the look of your site, you modify that one CSS file, and all the HTML pages reading from that file will display differently. This makes maintenance of your design much easier. So, what is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Styles define how to display HTML elements. Styles were added to HTML4 to solve the problem of inefficient and costly way of developing web pages and painful approach to maintain them. External style sheets can save a lot of work. External style sheets are stored in CSS files. Let me show you a quick example. On your screen, you have an HTML page in the browser. This page is built using plain HTML tags. The page looks pretty simple, as I do not have a lot of flexibility to format it using the markup language. Also, if you see the source of the page, it looks a bit messy and tough to maintain. Now, in this other web page, I have the same page or content formatted with CSS. I'm able to make the same page look more attractive here, as CSS gives me a lot of flexibility to apply complex styling with ease. The structure, that is the HTML, is separate, and the presentation, that is the CSS, is separate, which makes the development as well as the maintenance much easier, yet making the pages look much more organized and beautiful. So, in this session, you got yourself introduced to CSS. You will learn greater things in CSS to make your website look professional. With this, I conclude this session here, and thank you.